Have you been asking yourself a question, which horse is the fastest? Wild one, or maybe domestic horse without a saddle, or maybe horse that you can borrow from NPC, or even donkey. Donkey is not technically a horse, but still. I bet you haven't, this question is pretty stupid. So, do you wanna know the answer? And since you're still here, there is something I want to tell you. I'm not out of content to test. By content I mean ability cards or weapons, stuff like this. But it's gonna be a big update pretty much soon, I hope, I believe. And it might change anything. So I'm in a position where I cannot do that sort of videos. But I have a lot of crazy and weird tests that I either already done or always planning to do. And I decided to make this series of weird and totally useless tests that I decided to call Slavic experiments, because you know I'm not from Paris or something. Anyway, that's first episode of this series, and here we're gonna test 4 different horses and a donkey on a road from Emerald Station to Valentine. And spoiler, none of them will actually reach Valentine, but still we're gonna see the speed and how much they can run. Since none of the horses was able to run the whole distance because they just don't have enough stamina, I decided to measure time from the railroad to this road turn. It took 34 seconds for a wild horse to ride this distance. Besides the speed, we're also gonna test where exactly horse runs out of stamina and drops you. The second horse that I was testing was an NPC's horse. I borrowed it from some local dude and I said spasibo. For this NPC's horse it took 33.7 seconds to ride this distance. These tests are not super accurate, so I would say it pretty much the same. Next horse I've tested was a Kung Fu horse. You see it has some technique, but after I told this horse what basturma is, we managed to find an agreement. It took 33.9 seconds for this horse, which is pretty much the same result as for a wild one. Finally, I've tested the decrepit nag horse. I hope it's the right name because I've just googled it. That's the horse that you are getting when all your horses are dead, and that one was kinda hard to get since I have 4 different horses. But you know, science is science. Anyway, for this horse it also took 34 seconds to ride this distance, so at this point I'm pretty sure that these horses are the same. How about donkey, you might ask? It took 41 seconds for donkey to ride this distance. It means he's much slower than any of these horses. Now let's talk about the distance that you can travel without stopping with each of these horses. Take a look at the minimap just to know where exactly each horse drops you off. The lowest distance is for a wild horse. As you can see, NPC's horse has not much better result, but still a little better, and exactly the same result is for a nag. And the domestic horse, which is also known as a Kung Fu horse, managed to ride for a little longer, but the difference is not significant. But the winner and the absolute champion in this competition is the donkey. This little fellow almost managed to reach Valentine. He was able to ride for much longer than any of these horses. And now I hope that in some future DLC we will be able to buy our own donkey. Because yes, it's small and pretty slow, but I can ride it for so much longer.
That's what she said. No time, but she did. No time!
And now when you know that the 3 horses are almost the same and the donkey is the champion among them, I guess it's time to read the funniest comment from a previous video in which I was reviewing the weekly update. So Brittany Garrison says, even at the grocery store, pensioners and veterans get preferential treatment. Rockstar hates us. So true. So true. Roll and block. And I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for watching. See ya, goodbye.